What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to get into the truth about if you need game or riz to have success dating abroad. Now, before we get into it, I'm Joshua Hall. I've been living abroad for around 10 years now. I've been all over the world. And my goal with this channel is to help you make money online so you can live or travel to a better country. Allows you to live a better lifestyle, a lifestyle of a king while dating higher quality women. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe. And before we get into this video, make sure to smash that like button. It helps me out with the algorithm, costs you nothing, means the world to me. So let's get into the truth. So here's the truth if you need game or riz abroad. And it really depends on what country you are going to. Some places you're going to need more game and riz than other places because every place is different. Now here's the thing with that. In order to have game or riz in many of the countries that I talk about, you're probably going to need to be able to speak the language if you want to have game or riz. So keep that in mind. But if you're going to a place where there is a decent amount of English spoken, which is most of the world, fortunately for those of you who are watching this video, then here's what I'll say. There are definitely some women that take more game or riz than other women, assuming that you meet the looks threshold and some other bare minimum standards that these women may have. And what I mean by the looks threshold is women aren't programmed necessarily the same as men. So you don't need to be a 10 out of 10. Although I would say if you're a 10 out of 10, that is probably a little bit of a cheat code. But women are gonna be just fine as long as they are attracted enough to you. So it's more of like a 3-part scale in women's eyes. They're either not attracted to you, they're attracted enough, or they're super attracted to you. Or I guess there's 4, and that is you're like a superstar, super model looking dude, which probably doesn't apply to most people watching this channel. And so as long as they're attracted to you enough thing, as long as you hit that, then it boils down to game or charisma to a certain extent. And here is what I mean by that. To me, it is simply just social skills and social awareness. You don't want to come across as creepy, weird, nerdy, overly nice, or anything in that kind of realm or ballpark. And as long as you don't do those things, you're most likely going to see success. So ultimately, you don't need to have game or riz to be successful. You just need to have a bare minimum, well, maybe not bare minimum, but you need to have a certain level of social skills and social awareness, and I'd say social adeptness as well. Where like actual pickup artist type game helps, in my opinion, is when a woman is between not attracted and attracted enough. She can't make up her mind. She's on the fence. That is where game helps you, which in my opinion is a very small and select group of women that you're ever going to encounter in your entire life. And I mentioned before, my whole dating strategy is essentially to just talk to the women who find me attractive enough, and then for me to not fuck it up by having social awareness, social adeptness, and some level of conversational and social skills, which, to be honest, a lot of men lack. And the best way to build that is to just go out there and start talking to women and having conversations with women. And then you have to have the social awareness and the intelligence and the social intelligence to pick up on the cues that women are giving to you. And I've also talked about this as well. You don't want to be a clown. You don't want to jester around, because she already finds you attractive. So you're just doing the bare minimum conversationally so that you don't screw it up, because women are looking for reasons to say no to you. And the more you talk, the more likely it is you're going to give her a reason to say no. So what you want to do is just keep her talking and save your jokes and all that stuff for later on in the relationship or whatever you may want to call it. Now that kind of took a weird turn, but I truly believe you do not need game to successfully date abroad, especially if you're focusing on the women who are already attracted to you at some level. Now, with that said, where you will need some level of game is assuming that you are competing with men on the same threshold as you for the same woman. Then it's probably going to come down to riz and game and having a mouthpiece and all that kind of stuff, which once again, pretty niche scenario. Not gonna be a very common thing, especially if you are a black guy in Russia, for example. Probably not gonna be a lot of black guys in Russia with your same SMV. So you're probably not gonna be competing for the same woman. So I hope that makes sense. This is like one of the few times I've recorded a video and said, oh man, I wish I scripted my videos. I feel like this was probably all over the place. But let me know in the comments down below if you got what I'm putting down. Which reminds me, it kind of depends on how you define game. If game is like the pickup artist tips and tricks kind of stuff, or if game is just having social awareness, social intelligence, social adeptness, and social skills. Because then I would say game is 100% necessary because you need to have social skills. If you don't know how to talk to people and you can't have a conversation, you're never gonna get what you want in dating or life in general. So once again, comment down below, let me know if this made sense to you. I hope so, and if not, drop your comments down below. That's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. And make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. As always, peace, much love.